Welcome back to Mike Wood Music. I'm Tim Wood, Mike's oldest son. I want to thank you for all your support you've been giving me this year. I'm dedicating the entire year of 2025 to getting all my dad's music out there. Um, just as kind of a quick rundown, um, you probably know I've already released a remastered version of his Up on Jackson Street CD. I have um, I have released a new song, Under Your Wing, and I've also released an older version of Walk My Way from his Conversations album that's out there. Um, and then finally, I have this past Friday released my first song called The Irishman, which is a song I wrote about my dad. Um, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on that. Um, and then on the YouTube channel that I have, and I've actually got a playlist set up there. I'd invite you to please either go to Spotify or go to YouTube, listen to these. I've now got a set of 6 videos that are out there that you can listen to. You can listen to Lady in Waiting, and they got lyrics on sort of lyric videos. Some have pictures. Lady in Waiting, Up on Jackson Street. I just put the wager out there today. Under Your Wing, which is a fantastic video professionally done several years ago. And I've added some lyrics to it, and Walk My Way, as well as The Irishman. So, yeah, if you get a chance, please go check it out. And I appreciate the support this year. I am going to be featuring The Wager, and I'm going to have a separate video later to talk a little bit about The Wager, which is getting actually gotten a lot of radio play on Spotify, so I appreciate all that support. But today, I'm going to talk about The Irishman. Again, this is the first song I've released and professionally recorded and released. And I do plan on releasing one song a month this year, in addition to releasing or featuring one of Dad's songs every week. So, The Irishman. Let me dive in. First of all, everything that's in the Irishman, true stories. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background on some of those. My dad did go into the seminary. Um, I'm glad he didn't become a priest. I think when he saw some of the seminarians playing guitar, he liked the idea mainly because he could pick up girls. That was probably a hint that maybe the priesthood was not his way to go. So I'm glad he didn't do it from my personal standpoint. My brother and sister, I think, also would agree. Um, and then as things moved along, we did live in a house in the middle of Lancaster, Ohio, 345 East Chestnut Street. My mom got an inkling to move, and so we ended up moving 2 houses down to 359 East Chestnut Street. In that area was a Knights of Columbus, about a block away, KFC. And my mom and dad, as I got a little bit older, they had a group of folks they hung out with. They called the club, which is referenced in the song, and they would meet once a week. I think it was a Monday or Tuesday night down at the KFC. They spend the whole night telling jokes, telling stories, having a lot of fun. My wife and I went with them one time, and oh, it was so much fun. They tell these jokes, they tell these stories, laughing so hard, and had so much fun. We decided to go the next week. They told the exact same stories, the exact same jokes. They laughed just as hard as if they had not heard them before. So I'm looking forward to the years where I don't have that like memory, and I can enjoy laughing as hard about the same joke every single week. Anyway, that was a kind of a running joke on that. Another background story around that whole song that's referenced in there. I mentioned how my dad taught me how to play guitar back during COVID. I tried a couple times to play guitar, but anybody's played guitar, after a couple days, your fingers are burning, and you just say, "This isn't worth it." But during COVID year, I said, "Look, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. Something you can do um, without infecting anyone else in the world." So my mom had cancer, and I'd go down on the weekend and take care of her, and so I said, "Okay, Dad, I want you to help me learn guitar." So he taught me a couple chords, taught me G chord, taught me C chord, taught me D7 chord, which is common chords used for a lot of folk songs that he used to sing. And so I practiced, got pretty good at transitions, and finally I go, I bet you if I looked out on the internet, I hear a lot of rock songs only have three chords. I bet you I could probably learn a rock song. So sure enough, I found them. They had G chords, C chords, and a D chord. Not a D7, but a D chord was commonly used. And two of the strings are common, but the third string isn't. And I couldn't really figure out how to play the D yet, so I just would kind of fake it. So I come back the next week, I play this song for my dad. Very proud of myself of getting through it. Sounded good to me. And Dad goes, "Yeah, that's pretty good, but what's that chord you're playing? What's that third chord you're playing? I don't get it. I think I was playing Time of Your Life by Green Day." I go, "Well, that's a D chord, but I don't know how to play it yet, Dad, so I kind of fake it." He goes, "Well," he goes, "yeah, you probably ought to learn that chord." Anyway, that was a funny story. Um, Other times, I'm very proud of myself singing. He goes, "Yeah, you really ought to take singing lessons," which I never have. Anyway, the last kind of story I want to kind of dig into was if you're not familiar with my dad's work, I do reference a lot of his songs in that Irishman song. He wrote a song called Irish Heart for his grandkids, so I reference that. He was famous for singing Danny Boy at Old Bill Bailey's, which is a local bar. So that's referenced in there. It's actually up on Jackson's CD. Uh, I mentioned a old factory town. That's actually a line from his Benny and Bailey's song. Um, I mentioned Lay Your Burden. Lay Your Burden Down was actually a song that I'll release later this year. Um, just an amazing song. So I reference a lot of his songs in there, so you may pick that up as well. But very excited about it. If you get a chance, please get a chance to listen to it. And thank you for your continued support, and I'll be talking to you later. Thanks.